Well, good morning. This is Veronica's Tarot Readings, and I'm actually Karen King. My name of my business is Veronica's Dreams. So, I'm going to read a situation. If that situation resonates with you, or you feel like it's something that you've just recently gone through or are going through, and it feels right, then this reading is probably for you. I'm going to do these once a week. I explained that my channel right now is pretty small, so I can't do too many readings. When you can't reach, the readings become muddled because you don't know really who's going to see them, and when we are more direct, and I feel like when I do it this way, I'm leaning towards people that are actually watching my channel or have these videos in sight. So this reading looks like it's going to be a love reading. The major is the Lover's card. I'm like totally glary today. And again, I will be in different environment, not too long. So I don't know which way, this way. Sorry, I'm trying to get it right. Anyway, it's kind of glary. I feel like the situation is definitely about love, partnership. Keep in mind, when love readings come up, they can definitely be about any kind of partnership or any kind of relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean love for certain, but usually it is when it incorporates the lovers, especially in this deck. I feel like this Lover's card speaks of physical love and the total unity. So this is a partnership. So this would be someone that is in a relationship of some sort. I'm not going to say like it's a committed relationship or anything like that, but there is definitely already a connection. You would know who this person is. So let's get started. The situation is Eight of Swords and Four of Pentacles, which I totally feel like says, you know, this situation is feeling really stuck right now. You're holding on to it really tightly with the Four of Pentacles, but you're just really feeling like it's kind of not moving. It's not going one way or the other, and it's just feeling really stuck right now. I would say you probably don't know more than that, maybe this relationship might be something that it's a relationship and you know this person and you have a connection, but you're not connected 100% of the time, so you're not always certain of which way the relationship's going to go, kind of thing. Like, is it here now or is it not? Or what are we going to do? So this is definitely something you're feeling stuck in, but you're holding on. You're holding on pretty dang tightly. And the way you're looking at this is from the Queen of Wands point of view, which would be very, this can be, doesn't have to be a female, it can be any gender, any, nothing specific, but the energy of this queen is very dynamic and very motivated and impatient and wants to probably move forward. So you're probably in the mood where you want to move this relationship forward, but you're just stuck and you don't know what to do, but you keep holding on to it. So that's what this reading is going to be about. On this reading, I'm going to go ahead and use my lighter cards, the light seer. The Somnia is a little more deeper. I feel like I do use that when things are deep. I use those a lot in private readings because I do one of each. I do every week. I do one with the light seer and one with the Somnia. But when I do a Somnia for an individual, it's a good reading every time. So let's do this. So what I'm going to do is have 3 cards for the present influence. I will have 3 cards for future influence, and then 3 cards for advice. I will pull the advice second after we talk, because it'll make more sense to me. I don't like looking at advice in the reading because it kind of muddles it a little bit. So 3 cards for present influences of the situation, future influences of the situation. Now, keep in mind, influences aren't necessarily outcomes. We may do an outcome as well. But I think important when we're doing group readings, it's more to talk about the influences that are affecting it, because the influences are what you need to know about to get the information to move forward. I feel like I want to more do helpful things than divination, especially in groups. So let's do 3 cards. I'm thinking about it. What is the present influences? And what is the future influences? These are nice cards. For present, we have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords. I'm going to read these all together, so I'll show them all to you right now. And they'll be over here too. And the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a lot of balancing going on right now. There is something really good starting back up, whether it's kind of refurbishing that relationship, kind of coming back in, feeling really good. There's something really good feeling right now with this person, this thing that's got you stuck. So there is forward movement with the Ace of Cups, but the Four of Swords goes back to stuck, but that feels like healing. So I think this relationship, the two of you are going to do some healing. And I think that's what the Ace is speaking of, that this is going to come in and it's going to be a new thing, because I believe, and this relationship probably doesn't usually have a lot of healing stuff going on. It's probably more of a, you guys, if it's a come and go relationship, you guys are coming together when you're in need of each other, whether it's a physical need or an emotional need, but it's not necessarily healing. I feel like there's going to be some really good healing going on here really quickly, and it's going to feel really good. But the Two of Pentacles is going to speak to what do you really want to do as a decision, not necessarily like yes or no decision type of making, but more of how do I now balance this, because it's going to be different. It's going to be a lot different, and because the future influences has new things starting. So I would say, you're really, either you or your partner are going to be starting something really new. And again, this really could be a career too. So this could be some kind of relational career thing, as well as relationship, love plus career, because the Eight of Pentacles is whoop. And the Eight of Pentacles to me in the future says, okay, you're going to be starting something new and working really hard on it. I'm sorry for the glare. You'll see it over here. And you're going to attack this new thing with the energy of that queen, really with a lot of energy. But it's still leaving things kind of unclear as far as the moon goes. You're still not going to see what you need to see. The healing is going to be happening, but you're not going to be quite there yet. That moon is keeping you from seeing. Like, you can see her looking up through the water, and when you look through water, it's not clear, right? It's just not. You see that light, you see it because the moon is shining through the water, but it's not quite clear. But there's some really cool action with that 8. Keep in mind that 8 speaks of something really positive happening, whether it's in the relationship or in your work or in your hobbies or something. There is something really, or school, there's something really good happening. You're really studying something that's going to really help you and go back to that queen and that excitement and those things. So I feel like maybe, and it could be that you guys are going to work on this relationship. That could be the 8. I mean, that could be that you've decided that you're going to work on this relationship, but things are going to seem still a little unclear. And I'm not going to read forward, because this is the future influence, the future influences. This is what's going to influence you in the future. This is not divination. What we can do is, when it's time, this reading will go forward when it's time. But I think that is just a warning that, you may still have some things to clear up, that things won't clear up immediately. You're going to work on it, and it's great. And I think that 8 could very well be working on the situation. Let me grab another deck of cards over here. I'm going to see, maybe I can get some clarification. I'm just going to use a straight white or white deck for clarification. It's better that way. So, I'm just going to get some clarification, actually more so on the 8 and the moon. I feel like I have the message pretty clear on the top that things are going to, you're going to start healing, and that's what the Ace of Cups leading into the 4 of Swords is that beginning. And then the 2 just kind of is, well, now you got to balance things out, right? Because this relationship's always been come and go, and you've held on, and now all of a sudden things are clearing up. How does that, so that's just the 2 of Pentacles being kind of off kilter a little bit. And that's normal, right? Anytime that we're kind of caught off guard, because this is going to catch you off guard a little bit. Because of the Ace Cups coming in like that. And I say that because of the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. You've been holding on and you feel stuck, but all of a sudden this comes in, and all of a sudden things are healing and going better. So it's kind of cool. So it will be a little bit of a surprise. 8 of Pentacles, what is the project learning? What is that about? Oh, you know, it is. It's learning about each other. It's learning about love. It's learning about conflict. It's learning how to stand up for yourself. I love it. So it's, I got, whoop, whoop, whoop. I've got the Knight of Cups, and then I pulled the 5 of Wands, and then the 7 of Wands. And that's exactly what that is. It's talking about learning how to handle a relationship, especially a relationship that's kind of, you know, not solid all of the time. You're going to, there's going to be conflict, and you're going to learn how to deal with that conflict that comes with that heart, that gift from the Knight of Cups. And then the 7 of Wands is really about standing up for yourself and winning the battle, but more importantly, standing up for what you believe in. And that's cool. And that is where the Queen comes in too, I believe. So the moon itself is what will still feel unclear. Oh, Ace. Yeah, there's that little 5 of Pentacles. So you got Ace of Swords for the clarity piece. I don't know which way to go here. And then I pulled 5 of Pentacles. And then I pulled the Sun. Wink. So I feel like the moon, it's exactly that. It's the 5 of Pentacles to the Sun. How does that happen? How does that happen so quickly? You're going to have clarity with the Ace, but I think where you're going to feel like it's not completely clear is, yeah, there's a little bit of distress, but then there's a lot of joy. So there's just going to be that push and pull, that give and take, that 2 of Pentacles. Let's get some advice. But I feel like the healing is going to be really good. I feel like that 8 of Pentacles just says so much. It really does. Oh, well, I'm going to use that King because, or that Knight. That's one of my favorite cards. And I will use the Knight. So this is advice. So one more advice card, please. And you'll see the advice up here. I haven't. Oh, Hermit. Okay, well, that's good. I like this advice. The Knight of Wands, the 9 of Cups. I love this deck. And I'm going to tell you what that advice says to me. Now, remember, this is not advice, not divination. When I look at this Knight and this 9 of Cups together, I feel like it means that you need to celebrate yourself. That Knight of Wands is totally celebrating herself. She's playing her drum and she's smiling, and there is nothing other than the horse behind her. There's no one else conjuring up this happiness, this feel-good moment. So advice is that you need to feel good about you and what you do. And again, I feel like sometimes that 9 of Cups as advice, it's the wish card, right? But look at that. Like, she's jumping for joy. She's happy with what she has. There's no one else in this picture. And I think when we're talking a relationship or partnership or anything like that, when we get advice, it's a reminder in these two cases to and then again, I got the Hermit, so that's another reason why I'm saying all this, because that's about going inside and making sure that you do it quietly and just for you. Don't, if you need advice from people right now on this situation, when I see this Hermit come up as an advice card, my advice is don't go to other people for helping you make your decisions in this situation, because that Hermit speaks of it's for you to figure out on your own. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone has different advice. No one's walking in your shoes at the time you're walking in them with all of the things you're walking with. So always keep that in mind. Someone can be going through a breakup or be, having a relationship come back, but it doesn't mean it's the same. It's different. Now you can still listen to them and hear what they have to say, because we learn from ourselves and others. But this is any decisions that you tend to make, or any time that you need to really figure out what to do with this particular partnership, really look at it yourself and use your own advice. Even if you have to talk to yourself as if you were a friend, that's okay too. So I love this reading for you. I think that, things are going to feel really good. They're going to feel really healing. You're going to still have some unclear business going on. But you are going to learn about each other. You're going to learn about yourself too. That clarification on that 8 speaks to me that you're working things out. You're working conflicts out. You're working how to stand up for yourself. It's going to be really important in relationships moving forward. Again, this can be partnership, and I feel like this reading could be a not just love relationship, but it definitely could be a partnership or even a job where you're feeling stuck. So if any of that resonates, please let me know. Please comment in the comments below. Since I'm just starting this up, I like to hear, because then I can, because I want to read for who's listening. Now I can't read certain ways, and right now I'm kind of stuck in 2 a week mode, but once I get more settled, I'm hoping I can do more and I have a better background and things. So that's coming, but I want to, start getting those messages out there, because this is actually a really important message for somebody, and I hope the right person is going to hear it, or the right people, because this could be for more than one person for sure. Take care and have a glorious day.